15-minute yoga break, focus on shoulders and neck. We'll begin in a child's pose, bringing your big toes to touch at the back of the mat and your knees as wide as you'd like. Then with your fingertips, walk them forwards so that your heart comes to melt towards the earth and your forehead either comes to a block or to the mat. Here in child's pose, the wider your knees are, the more sensation you're going to feel in your hips. So if you feel like this is too much sensation, try bringing your knees closer together. Start to breathe deeply here, bringing attention to your breath. We'll begin to build an Ujjayi breath here in child's pose, starting by breathing in deeply through the nose. Then breathe out as if you were fogging up a glass. Again, breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time like this, in through the nose and out through the mouth. This time, breathe in through the nose, feeling a slight constriction in the throat, and then seal your lips and exhale back out through the nose, maintaining that space in the mouth we created before. Again, breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Don't be afraid to make noise as you breathe here in your Ujjayi breath, victorious breath. It should almost sound like the waves of the ocean coming in and out of your body. We'll slowly make our way out of child's pose here by pressing through the palms, bringing them closer to the body, and we'll make our way to a seated position, either seated on your feet or in a cross-legged position with your hips on blocks or on the mat. Coming into this seated posture, hug your navel in gently so that your whole spine begins to lengthen here. Hug your shoulders in towards your ears for a moment, and then go ahead and drop them down, back, and away from the ears to release that tension. We'll take a couple neck stretches here, inhaling to send the arms out to the sides, and then if you have space, clasp your hands behind your back or hold a washcloth between your hands. You can either remain in this position for the next stretch, or you can bring your hands to your right side waist, and we'll drop our right ear over the right shoulder, creating a nice stretch in the left side of the neck. Take a nice deep breath here, in and out. And then you can play with bringing your gaze down towards your right shoulder and back out in front of you, rocking the neck a little side to side here to feel a stretch. Then we'll gently move our hands back behind us if they were at the side of the waist, and then bring them over to the left. Dropping left ear over left shoulder here, feel a nice side stretch in the right side of your neck. Take a full breath in and out here, and then play with your gaze coming down towards the left shoulder and back out in front of you, rocking the neck a little side to side here. Then we'll bring the neck back over the shoulders and release the hands from behind you, coming back to our seated position. We'll make our way to a tabletop position here, stacking shoulders over our wrists and our hips over our knees. From tabletop, let's take a few cat and cows, dropping our belly on our inhales, lifting the gaze, broadening the collarbones for cow pose. And on your exhale, roll from the base of the spine, press through the palms, tuck the chin, cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward, cow pose. Exhale, roll the base of the spine, tuck the chin, cat pose. One more time, inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, roll the spine, tuck the chin, press through the palms, cat pose. Making our way to a neutral spine here, let's come to our next stretch, thread the needle. On your inhale, send the right arm up towards the sky for a nice open twist. On your exhale, send the right arm underneath the left to bring right cheek, right shoulder to the mat. Take a few deep breaths here, either keeping the left hand where it is or extending it out in front of you. Then bringing the left hand back underneath the shoulder, press through the left palm on an inhale, sending the right arm back up towards the sky. And on an exhale, go ahead and come back to your tabletop position. Let's take this stretch on the other side. Inhale, lift the left arm up towards the sky for a nice open twist. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing left arm underneath right to bring left shoulder, left ear, left cheek to the mat. Either keep the right hand where it is or extend it outward as we take a few breaths here. Bringing the right hand back underneath the right shoulder, we'll inhale to press through the right palm, lifting the left arm up from underneath us to come back to our twist. And exhale, go ahead and let the left hand come back down so we're back in our tabletop position. Let's make our way to down dog now, stretching your hands out in front of you, tucking the toes and lifting the knees and the hips towards the sky, so that our chest is now pressing back towards your thighs. Your knees can be as bent as you'd like, and you can pedal out your dog here by bending one knee and straightening the other leg, and then switching sides. Go ahead and shake the head a little yes and no here, letting the neck be nice and free. Let your shoulders feel this stretch as your hands press into the earth. Take one more deep breath here. And then we'll slowly start to walk the hands back towards the feet. So we're coming to a forward fold position. Your knees can be generously bent here, and you can allow your gaze to come back to the back of the room so that the weight of your head is dropping like a bowling ball. With your hands, feel free to clasp them and bring them behind the neck so that you feel your head truly release and relax. Allow yourself to sway side to side or take any intuitive movements that feel good to you here. If you'd like, you can start to straighten your legs more to feel more of a stretch in the legs, or allow the knees to stay generously bent to release the lower back. Take about 2 more deep breaths here. We'll slowly start to roll up to a standing position by bringing the weight into the heels and letting the neck and the head be the last to rise. As you find your Tadasana standing posture here, breathe in and breathe out. On an inhale, send your arms up towards the sky. And on your exhale, find cactus arms by opening the elbows out to the sides and bringing the shoulder blades in towards each other. Again, inhale towards the sky, lift the arms. Exhale, take cactus arms. One more time like this. Inhale, reach. exhale, find this opening in the chest, in the shoulders. One more inhale, reach up towards the sky. On your exhale, allow yourself to swan dive back down to a forward fold position. Knees can be as bent as you'd like. On an inhale, take a halfway lift here, striving to straighten the spine. And on an exhale, come back to that forward fold, release the head and the neck. We'll make our way down to the mat again, so you can crawl your fingertips forward to a plank-like position, or make your way down to a tabletop position. Either way, we're going to slowly lower onto our bellies, bringing our elbows underneath our shoulders, palm facing down for a Sphinx Pose. Allow your pubic bone to come in towards the mat, lifting your chest, broadening those collarbones, and bringing the gaze out to an imaginary horizon. You can either remain here in this Sphinx Pose, or if you'd like to take it to another shoulder stretch, go ahead and lower the forehead back towards the mat. Extend your arms off the outer edges of your mat, coming to your fingertips here. And on an inhale, roll the neck up, chin towards chest, allowing the head to be the last to rise. And on an exhale, allow your left shoulder to dip towards the mat, bringing the gaze over the right shoulder. On an inhale, come back up through center. And on an exhale, dip your right shoulder towards the mat, gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale to come back up through center and continue alternating sides as you wish to continue the shoulder movement and lower back strengthening. Remember to keep breathing and that you can always return to that Ujjayi victorious breath. We'll eventually make our way back to our bellies when you're ready. And then slowly we'll flip all the way to our backs, flipping like a pancake, making our way to the back so that we can hug our knees into the chest, rock a little side to side here. Feel free to bring one ear towards the mat and then the other if you want a little more neck movement. Always moving gently and lovingly. We'll take a couple twists here, just letting the knees fall out to the right and opening up through the left arm. You can either extend it all the way out or bring it back to that cactus arm shape for an open chest and open shoulder. Gaze can either remain upwards, or if it feels okay for the neck, you can bring the gaze out to the left to continue the stretch into the cervical spine. Take a couple breaths here. Good, and then we'll bring the gaze back up through center if it was out to the side, and then we'll bring the knees in towards the chest once again. Rock a little side to side, let the lower back come back to a neutral position. And then we'll take the twist out to the left this time, letting the knees fall to the left. And then with the right arm, extend it out to the side or come to a cactus arm shape. And with the gaze, you can remain looking up towards the sky or bring the gaze out to the right. Take a few deep breaths here, remaining in the present moment. Then we'll bring the gaze back through center, knees back through center, hug the knees into the chest one last time. Take a nice tight squeeze here. And then we'll come to Shavasana, our final posture, extending the limbs out long, letting the feet splay to the sides. Your palms can face up here towards your sides, or you can come to that cactus arm shape, or even bring your arms above the head, finding a variation that works for you and your body today. Here you can allow your eyes to close and remain in this posture as long as you'd like.